50% of all new gym members cancel their memberships within their first 6 months. So let's talk more about this and why so many people struggle with training consistency. There's so many reasons as to why people can't stay consistent with their exercise routine, and I'm going to cover that today. With the first biggest one being they're doing too much. And it's not the fact that they are doing too much, it's just too soon. Too much, too soon. Take, for example, New Year's Day, right? People are signing up New Year's, ready to kickstart and change their lives. They've never been consistent with the gym ever. They might have never even been to the gym before. But they expect signing up for a gym, all of a sudden in the new year. They're going to start going 5 days a week and just absolutely grinding it out and becoming the next bloody Chris Bumstead or next elite athlete like Cristiano Ronaldo, right? But it doesn't happen like that. People are too impatient and they set themselves massive expectations that they're always going to fall short on, which is why they eventually, take it to heart, feel like a failure and give up. Listen to me here, right? Is it better for you to do 2 sessions a week and be able to maintain that for a longer period of time? Or is it better for you to try and do 5 sessions a week and you smash it out for maybe the first 2 weeks, then you go like once on the 3rd week, and then you just never go to the gym again? What's better? Would you rather be consistent with the 2 weeks for a long period of time? Or would you rather get like 11 sessions done in those 3 weeks and then never see the gym again? I know what I would rather. Another issue that could fall into this category is not knowing what to do. People walk in, they're new to the gym, but they expect themselves to just know everything. And these, some people can be really anxious about starting into the gym or with exercise as a whole. They might want to start, it might not be with the gym. You might want to start doing something, let's say you want to take some boxing lessons, but you go to the gym, you go to hit the bag and you're scared because, everyone's around you and you don't want to look terrible at, hitting the bag and you don't know exactly how to do it and to look good, right? That's initially where you should go and get help from a coach to help you with that. Or you might go just watch some YouTube videos online on what you should be doing and, doing it, because the only way you improve is by doing it. But if you're really scared and you don't trust yourself and you're really anxious, go get help from a coach. But people don't do this. They don't take their first step, and that's what's holding them back from ever getting started. Not taking this first step. You need to have those learning curves. You don't just go to work every day. You don't just start a new job and know everything that you need to do straight away. You get trained, It's just about making that and taking that step. That is so important. Our next reason is restrictive diet and poor plans. Let's touch on poor plans first in terms of training. People might be trying to do the wrong stuff. They might not be actually expecting too much of themselves. They're just doing the wrong stuff that they actually don't enjoy and it isn't aligned to their goals. For example, when people want to get toned and lose fat, but also put on some lean muscle, they for some reason starve themselves, which not ideal and is going to be unsustainable. And then at the gym, they're doing cardio all the time. They're not doing any weights or anything to actually build the lean muscle that they want to look toned. So essentially, they're just going to, as they lose weight, they're not going to replace the fat with muscle. They're just going to look skinny fat, just like a smaller version of themselves currently. And let's talk a bit more about restrictive diets as well. People who are doing restrictive diets where they're starving themselves, they're not getting the nutrients that they need. They might be doing keto, cutting out carbs completely, which is our body's main energy source. Or they might be doing liquid diets where all their intake is literally just a smoothie 3 times a day and they just starve and they think it's going to make them lose weight. Which, yeah, it probably will, but you're going to be losing a lot of muscle as well. Whereas you can still get really good fat loss results still eating your favorite foods, just like our clients are doing on my program with the right plan. And yes, you can still eat your favorite foods daily. Take, for example, Shub, Brant, Lorna. They all eat their favorite foods daily. And they've all lost at least 5 to 10 kilos in their first 90 days on the program. So those are the main factors for people's inconsistent efforts with exercise. But I also want to get into some other key factors that could play a part. Some honorable mentions, as you might call it. Lack of motivation and discipline. Realistically, all these factors fall off of those main points that I talked about. Look, people need to stop relying on motivation. It's not going to be there all the time. Motivation is a myth. Yes, motivation does happen. It's very short term, but for long-term results, you need discipline, you need to build habits. So that's why you need to make your plan as sustainable as possible. Make your training plan something you actually enjoy doing, that aligns with your goals and isn't something, expectation-wise, isn't something completely out of range for you. The next one is high cost and financial pressure. Look, I get not everyone can pay to go to a gym or to get coaching or anything like that, But it doesn't mean you still can't do it from your own comfort at home. You can still make a start at home and do something you enjoy doing. Another example is poor connection. A lot of people actually need other people to work out. They need that community vibe and that community sense through whether it might be group training or team sport to keep going, which is fair enough. Look, I completely get that. Sometimes it can be a lonely game, trying to work on yourself and do all this exercise. Sometimes it's really good to have that extra motivation and that push from people around you. So if you're someone who is like this, please explore your options with group training or with trying to train with a loved one. You might go with a friend, twice a week. And that's honestly better than you trying to go, 5 days a week by yourself and ultimately giving up. If it's only 2 days a week that you can go because that's the only times that your friends can go, but you really do enjoy those sessions, go with them twice. You'll eventually build confidence down the track to maybe start going yourself. The last reason that I want to talk about is the lack of progress. People start going to the gym, they're probably doing the wrong stuff that doesn't align with their goals, and they give up because of the lack of progress. For example, people who are trying to lose weight, they go to the gym, the most common example, they go to the gym, they start smashing out cardio, but their nutrition is an absolute disaster. They think they can burn off their calories and burn off the weight, but this is not how it works. It's unsustainable. You're gonna hate doing bloody running on the treadmill every night, and you're gonna give up because of the lack of poor results that you're getting, and also just because of how hard it is to bloody do running on a treadmill every night. It's so boring. Even if you've got TVs in front of you, even if you listen to a podcast, it is the most boring thing, just walking on the treadmill for hours or running and, all that stuff. It might not even be the treadmill, it might be the Stairmaster or the elliptical, the rower. Actually, personally, I really do like the Stairmaster, but not for a long time. I just go on the Stairmaster, jump on it for 5 minutes and just try and smash it out as hard as I can. Get a really good finisher, like a good burn through the legs as well, and I'm done. I'm out of there, and I find that fun. So if you're someone who's struggling with consistency with their exercise routine, my main point that I want to take out of this video for you guys is just to set your expectations a little bit lower. Make sure that what you're doing aligns with your goals, and if you need help, get help. If you're scared of, doing something wrong and, being judged and all this stuff, as much as I could say to you, hey, people at the gym aren't going to judge you, they're too focused on themselves. I know that it's a different thing when you're there and you're a bit worried and you're anxious because you don't know how to do something, you don't want to look stupid. Fair enough, you don't want to feel stupid when you go and do something. So please take the step, get help, it'll help. It will definitely help. Even if you have to get a few sessions with the coach and then you can go do stuff yourself as you get confidence. It doesn't mean you're locked in with this coach for years, but just to get yourself started, take that step, give yourself the opportunity that you deserve. And if you're someone who's trying to lose fat and you're stuck on the treadmill, trying to burn off all the weight that you have on yourself, and also trying to starve yourself with restrictive diets, let me give you a more sustainable fat loss plan. We do free game plan calls. We'll give you a free personalized plan of action for your fat loss. There's nothing more to it. We're not there to sell it to you on the call. We just want to give you this free plan. So if you want to book this call, all you need to do is just go to my Instagram at landonquinn.coaching and DM me the word game plan.